Today we're going to make this easy paper Father's Day craft.
For today's craft, you are going to need some scissors. You are going to need a pencil, and I'm using a black marker and a red marker, but you could use a marker, crayon, or pencil crayon, whatever you happen to have. I'm using some glue, so you're going to need some glue and some paper. Here I'm using white. This is a lot of white paper. I'm not going to need all of that, but I'm going to use some white paper, and I am going to use some brown. You could even use black for this. Actually, you could probably use any color, but because we're making a baseball glove, often they're like a brown color, but they come in many colors as well, so you could use a black, whatever you happen to have. This one has to be at least big enough that you can put your handprint on it. So just make sure the brown one is big enough that you can put a handprint on it, and the white one is going to be big enough just so that it will fit inside the brown one. So that's kind of the size of the paper you need. If you're not 100% sure, just kind of go through the next few steps of the video before you grab your supplies, and then you can see and then rewind and start with us. But if you think you're ready, grab what you have and let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to make the mitt, so the catcher's mitt. And to do that, I want to use my hand as a guide. Now, some people could just draw a mitt, and you're absolutely welcome to do that. I find it's a bit tricky for me, so I like to use my hand. And you can see I've actually already used this paper once, but it should be okay. So when you're putting your hand on here, you want to make sure that your hand is on this space so that your fingers are spread out. So you don't want your hand like this. You want them spread out. And you need a little bit of, I'm just going to tilt mine sideways here. Your hand is probably smaller than mine, so it will probably work a little bit better. And then the bottom is going to be rounded. So you just want to make sure you have some space down here at the bottom. So here you can see I've got my hand on here. I think this might work for me. Just want to, as you can see, spread out my fingers. Then when I use my pencil to go around, I am definitely not squishing in where my hands are. I don't want a handprint. I'm just using my hand to guide so that when I go around, I'm going to curve like a nice straight line. I'm going to be curving around, in, around, in, around, in, but not right against my fingers. Let me just show you. So I'm going to start here at the bottom, like right near my wrist, and I'm just kind of going to curve, and I'm going to go up. I'm going around. Now see how I did not go close to my finger? I'm just going around. I'm going to come in, and then I'm not coming all the way down. I'm just coming down almost there, and then I'm going to come back up. So I'm just using it as a guide. Whoops, a little wrinkly there, but that's okay. That's why we're using a pencil. And then I'm going to go back up, and I'm using this just as a guide. I'm making a lot of mistakes as I'm going here. I need to concentrate. So I'm just making these lines, and they're just big, huge bubble fingers that are going all the way around. See how those spaces I'm leaving between my fingers? And then I'm going to come and make a nice big bubble around my finger here. And then as I come down here, I'm going to stop because I can't see under there. And here is where I want it to be nice and wide. So I'm just going to join it. And then as I'm looking at it, ooh, look how big that finger is. So I just want to maybe fix them a little bit, just so that they're kind of all similar. And that's pretty big. Maybe I want it a little bit smaller. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect. We're just trying to make the design of a bit of a glove that matches somewhat of our handprint, but a little bit larger. And you can see this line is curved a little bit, so I'm just going to come over and come around like this, so it's less curved. And then I'm looking at it, and I think it's okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to look like a baseball glove. So now, once I am done, now I know it doesn't look perfectly like a baseball glove because you'd have the webbing in here, but we also kind of want a bit of our hand in there. So it's kind of a mixture between our hand and that baseball glove. Once you have it, so I think I like that, then you're going to cut it out. Okay, that is now done. You can see some of my pencil lines are here, so I'm just going to flip it over so you can't see the pencil lines anymore. Now I want my white piece of paper to be folded in half. So let me slow that down. I'm going to take my white piece of paper. I'm going to take the long side left to right. I'm going to take the short side top to bottom. I'm going to put that in front of me. I'm going to go to the left-hand side and I'm going to pull that over. Once I've pulled that over, I have a fold line. So this thing here is the fold line. I want to keep that fold line, and that's where the top of my paper is going to go on here so that I know not to cut that off. Now I'm going to make a circle that goes inside here. So you can make your own circle by drawing it. You could also look around for a lid that might have a great tracer for you. Now I just happen to have these ribbons lying around and I feel like they're a really good tracer. See how the ribbon fits right inside that circular part? It fits nicely inside the glove. So I'm actually going to use that as my tracer, but I could also just draw a circle. So don't feel like you have to have a tracer. You can just draw a circle. Now when I'm drawing, remember the top where we had that fold, the fold? You want to make sure that if you're using a tracer, a little bit falls over the top there. See how it falls over the top? Because we don't want to cut that off. So it's folded, it's a little bit over the top, then I'm going to trace it. And I'll show you in a minute, just so in case you are not tracing anything. If you're not tracing anything, then you're going to go to one side, you're going to curve around, and stop and leave this space up here. Now it's folded, remember? So when you're cutting it, do not cut on this side. So put your hand there, hold the pages together, and don't cut there. So you're just going to cut on the pencil line. Ta-da! It will open up. Now, if something went wrong and you cut the wrong way, it's okay. Just go back, try that again, slow down the video if you need to. Now, I've got this circle here, and yes, it has a little flat top, and that's okay. And I have my glove. Now we're ready to do some decorating. What I would do is grab a pencil first, and I would go to the side. Remember where they join on each side here? I would go to that first left side and just curve around to the bottom. Do the very best you can to do the same on the other side. So go to the other side and curve around. I think that looks just fine. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red and I'm going to go over top of that. So now you don't have to use a marker. You'll be using a pencil crayon, a crayon. You can see mine wasn't perfect here. Once it dries, I can erase it. And then I'm just going to take whatever I'm using, a marker, crayon, or pencil crayon, and just draw little dashes all the way across. And I'm drawing one jumping, drawing one jumping. So I'm just leaving a little space in between so that it looks like the lines on a baseball. And I go to the other side, the other line, and I'm doing the same thing. Now, if you're worried, you can do this with pencil first and then go over top of it with your red. I've done this a couple times, so I'm okay, but the first time I did it, I absolutely went with a pencil first. I'm going to erase any extra line marks that I can see, and then I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to write a little message inside. Now this is where I would also use a pencil, and then you can go over top of it in whatever color you would like. I'm just going to show you with the marker today because it's faster. And here's where you're putting your message. Now you can put any message you like. Your dad and you might have some special memories that you want to include. Today I'm just going to write your, the. So your is you are, but you put an apostrophe instead of putting the A. So you're the best catch. Get it? You're catching the ball. Okay, love, and then you would put your name. Once again, you don't have to use my message, but there is an idea. Then I'm going to close that up, and I'm going to take my black marker. You might want to take your pencil and do this with pencil first, and then go over top of it with your marker, your crayon, or your pencil crayon. And I'm just going to put the stitching as though this was a real glove. So I'm going to look up here at the thumb part. gonna jump down a little bit, and not right at the edge, but just over a little bit. Just gonna kind of make a line that comes a little bit to the bottom and a tiny bit up. And then remember those little lines we put on the cross here? We put a line, space, space, lines, or sorry, put a line and jump, leaving a space. So line, space, line, space, line, space. And then I'm just gonna put some little lines here that look like little stitching. And I think I'll do that on this one side of each of the fingers. So that just kind of looks like stitching. Doing the very best I can. Once that is done, so if you've done that in pencil, then you're going to go over top of it with your marker, your crayon, or your pencil crayon. And then I'm going to take a little bit of glue, put it on the back of my baseball. Then I'm going to turn that over, and I just want to place that in the middle so it looks like the ball has been cut. I think that's great. And then you open it up, ta-da! There's your little message. And it's a super cute Father's Day card. There you go. If you like this craft, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.